What's up, guys? Welcome back to MMA Dynasty. We got a lot to talk about UFC 288 in a few days. Big card coming up. And of course, this weekend's fights were great. Song Yadong knocked out Ricky Simón. We both picked them to win this fight by KO. And honestly, you know, a new bantamweight contender. I think personally he's a top 5 bantamweight right now. And I think maybe a future champion. And like, you know, Jacob, I think that he would beat the champion. I think it's just a stylistic match. Oh yeah, I think he would get it done. But you know, he has fights he might not win. But I think Aljamain is. I think that's a good fight for Song. What did you think about his performance? And do you think he could become a champion?
I think it was a great performance. I think it was a better performance than I expected. Because like we picked second round knockout. I almost think it was more impressive the way he won, though. You know what I mean? Because like if you knock someone out, like you could say so much, you'd be like, oh, it was a lucky shot, you know, all that stuff. But to outclass someone for like 4.5 rounds or whatever it was, is just way more impressive, in my opinion. Yeah. So I was very impressed with him. I thought as the fight goes on, it'd be better for Simón even, you know?
Yeah.
But Song Yadong's takedown defense is ridiculous, way better than we thought. He's got a chin, crazy chin, tons of power. And I think he's scary. I think he beats a lot of the top 5. I don't know if I actually disagree. I don't know if he beats Aljo. He could beat Aljo. But I think there's a real chance that Aljo could latch on a submission with him. You know what I mean? Could latch on something and submit him maybe. But who knows? You know, I think he could beat a Peter Yan. I think Corey Sandhagen, that was a very close fight, you know, and Song Yadong's only getting better. So who knows? Maybe he can beat him if they fought again. Or in a 3-rounder. I think if it was a 3-rounder, I think Song Yadong would beat Corey Sandhagen. So I think he'd beat Chito Vera again and make it like very clear this time. I think he'd beat Rob Font, obviously. Who else is in the top 5? You know, Merab, maybe he can beat Merab too. I mean, I think this guy's ridiculous, and I think he's 25, and he's only going to get better, you know? So at some point, I think he'll be a champion, you know? I feel like this was the fight where we're like, okay, like this guy is for sure legit. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, to have a close fight with Corey Sandhagen the way he did is extremely impressive. But again, he didn't win the fight. You know, I think this was the win where we're like, okay, yeah, like this guy is here for real. You know, like Ricky Simón's good. I mean, he's good. I mean, I don't think he's like great or anything. Like, I don't think he's like a future like top 3 contender or any of that, but he's still a good fighter and he's got a good pace. He's a good wrestler.
Definitely a top 10 guy for sure. Like,
definitely top 10.
And, be a top 10 guy.
And he made him look like an amateur. You know what I mean? Like Song Yadong made him look pathetic, honestly, for that matter.
I mean, Ricky Simón had no success in that fight. Like basically,
Ricky Simón's a good. And when he was taking him down, he was getting right back up. Like that's crazy. Yeah. You know, like.
And another thing that I'm really impressed with the Song Yadong is like, you know, I always think about like getting respect. Like sometimes if you hit hard, if you have power in your hands and you're explosive, I think it's a really good thing to like get respect early. And that's what Song Yadong does well. Like he's not like Peter Yan, who just like slowly but surely like builds up. He's the same in the first round as he is in the last round. He doesn't have crazy output. He manages his cardio and his pace really well, but he's not afraid to fuck you up early too. And I think that because people get hit by him early and he's so like powerful, they instantly feel like I can't get hit by this guy or like I'm going to get KO'd. And essentially for the entire fight, you're just sitting in front of him. And it's like you're just afraid to let your hands go because if he catches you, you're screwed. And then you become predictable, especially if you're a grappler, because then you're just shooting takedowns and he's ready. So I really think that the reason why I think Song is such a nightmare for everyone, it's just because he's just so like, I don't even know what the word for it is. He's kind of like, I don't even know. He's kind of like Yoel Romero in the sense that like he's durable as fuck. He, you know, you don't want to let your hands go completely near him because he'll counter and he'll put you out. And if you get hurt by him, you're screwed. And also his takedown defense is just rock solid. Like
ridiculous.
I honestly think he beats like the only reason I picked Merab is because of the pace. Like I think that's just different. But
yeah, but dude,
I think he beats Aljo. I think he is who people say Henry Cejudo is like going into this fight, and we'll get to that later. But I think that Song Yadong, I think he would beat Aljamain if they fought, and I think that he would not get his back taken. And I think he would knock Aljamain out on the feet.
I mean, the reason I don't think it's Henry is because I think Henry's got a better fight IQ than Song Yadong. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
think the thing about Song Yadong I mean, I think he could wrestle too. Like he could take people down if he needs to. Like he hasn't really done it much, but he could wrestle. You know, he's been so focused on wrestling for the last like few years. Like, you know what I mean? Like at Team Alpha Male, that I think like he's gotten to become a pretty good wrestler too. Like this guy doesn't really have any weaknesses, you know what I mean? Like, which is scary. And he hits like a fucking truck. He doesn't slow down. A lot of these guys who hit that hard, like it usually slows down as the fight goes on. But this guy's his power doesn't slow down in the later rounds. You know what I mean? The same power, like you said, the same power that he has in the first round is still there in the fifth round, which is
he conserves his gas tank. Like
which is extremely scary.
He's very good at conserving his energy.
I think he has great cardio too. Like I generally think he's got great cardio. But yeah, I think with Jan, I think the thing about Jan, I don't necessarily know if like I think the reason Jan starts slow is because I think he's very cautious. You know, I mean, I think he doesn't want to get hurt. And I think him starting slow kind of like makes it where he can get the reads so he doesn't risk getting hurt. So I think that's the reason Jan starts slow. So I don't think Song Yadong is completely different. So I think if he's fighting a guy like Peter Yan, I think he fucks Peter Yan up, honestly. I think he does. I think he doesn't give Peter Yan a chance to start slow. You know, I mean, I think he brings the fire to Peter Yan right away, forcing Peter Yan to kind of brawl a little bit. And I think
it would be like, honestly, I think that's one of the most competitive fights that Song has.
I think but dude, I think
it'd be more competitive than Sterling. Just because Jan is a tough guy,
I think he fucks him up, bro. I still think he fucks him up because I think this
Jan is a chin, bro. We've never seen Jan.
Yeah, but dude, this is gonna be making Jan get into a brawl, which is not how he fights. You know what I mean? Like Jan prefers a clean fight. You know what I mean? Like,
but I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like Jan likes to fight dirty sometimes.
Yeah, but he wants it to be at his pace. You know what I mean? If fucking Song Yadong is coming at him in the first round, you know what I mean, trying to take his head off, like it's gonna force Jan into like bad, like, you know, like bad and not how he usually fights. And I think he fucked him up because of that.
I think, you know, I just feel like Jan is you know what I have to say about Piotr Jan?
Especially with Jan's
I think that Song would be a tough matchup because he's just like a Terminator too, and he's rooted into the ground. But I think that Jan would still beat the majority of strikers. I think that the people that give Jan issues are grapplers who have decent striking, like Aljo, like a Merab Dvalishvili. I think guys that mix it up because he's already a slow starter. Like the blueprint to beat Jan is out there. It's you mix it up, you grapple, and you throw a lot of output his way, and that's it. You just put him into a reaction fight. If you're just going to go out there and strike, and he knows that, I feel like that plays into his game because at the end of the day, he's a slow starter, but because it's going to be a striking battle, like once he gets going, it's like I will say this to this day. Hard, though. I think he would have finished O'Malley if that went any further. I think O'Malley won the third.
It could have went the other way, bro. It could have also went the other way. And O'Malley could have fucked him up.
O'Malley looked so tired I rewatched the fight yesterday. As soon as the third round was over, O'Malley was like
but who had the better third round? O'Malley won the third round.
He won the third, but that was all he had there. That was it. Jan was still going.
But Jan also cut his eye, like had a cut in his eye. It could have really affected him the more he got hit. It could have started swelling up. Like
I think Jan would finish him on the ground. I think O'Malley would have been a dead man in the fourth.
Dude, I mean, I don't know about like. I think
it was a close fight though.
I think the difference in Song Yadong though is he hits like a fucking truck. I mean, I know O'Malley does still, but like I don't know if he hits as hard as.
But he's easier to hit. That's another.
And also,
thing.
I also think
not
Song
as hard to hit like O'Malley.
Chin. I think Song Yadong has a great chin too. So I think like Jan, like Song Yadong doesn't have as much to worry about with Jan. You know what I mean? So I think he could come forward. I think he could bring it to.
But he has to deal with the hands. And the thing is, Jan. Here's why I think like by no means am I saying Jan wins. I just don't think I don't think it's an easy fight at all for either guy. I think it's a nightmare for both guys, which is why I think it's super competitive. Because I think that essentially, I think Song Yadong would box with Jan. Like that's kind of what they both do best. They let their hands go. And I can't choose anyone confidently to beat Piotr Jan if they're just straight up like throwing hands in the pocket. That's what I'm saying. I feel like Jan Song is fast.
What if Song
Jan
brings it
is
to him early?
Yeah, no, I think that's possible. It's possible, but like I'm just saying, man, if Jan survives, like he's fucking, Song
Yeah,
up too.
but dude, like,
I don't think he finishes him, but
yeah,
yeah.
but what if he brings it to him early, and like he's Song Yadong's still around in the later rounds? He's gonna win the decision.
Oh yeah, no. That's the thing. I
You know what I
wouldn't mind
mean?
picking Song. I just don't think I don't think it's an easy fight. I still think Jan. I think people overlook him these days a little bit. And I think against strikers,
But I think that's fair to
I
overlook
still
him. You
feel
know what I
like
mean?
he's up there.
I think it's fair to overlook him at this point, though. Like
I mean, I understand that. Like, but here's the thing, man. He should have beat O'Malley, bro. He should have fucking won.
I mean,
like the first round was close, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I rewatched it. It was so close. I rewatched it last night. Like the
it
second
was a
round
close
is
fight.
Jan's, but it was close, man. I just wish that he won. And other than that, dude, losing to Aljamain the way he lost Aljamain is not, it's not terrible.
No, but dude, I mean, I don't know. I think he's also mentally, I think he's broken now, at this point. So
Dude,
it's
that
a
would
little bit
suck.
different. But dude, I
Fuck.
think he should fight Rob Font, though. I think he should fight Rob Font.
I think he beats Rob Font. I think we could. Do you
But
agree with
dude, in
that?
a 3-rounder though, like,
Ooh, yeah. But he could knock him down. Rob Font, he doesn't have the
yeah,
craziest
but
chin,
dude, I
dude.
mean, I mean, I don't know. I think we need to give Peter Yan 3-rounders to really so he figures his shit out at this point.
3
But
rounders for Jan?
you got to start giving him that because like you can't get the benefit
What
of the
about
doubt
a fight
anymore.
night, dude?
Like,
You don't think he still has a big name? Him and Rob Font?
I think he does, but dude, like he can't just get the benefit of the doubt for every fight from now on. You know what I mean?
But his manager should give him the benefit of the doubt.
They should try, but dude, like, I don't know, bro.
I feel
think he
like
needs to learn how to
I feel
fight
like you
either way.
have to give him a 5-rounder, and the reason I say that is because I think he's good for the UFC. Rob Font is not good for the UFC at this point. Like they're both fun, but Petr Yan's a bigger name.
So Peter
I
Yan
think
has
if
to
I'm
get,
the UFC. If I match them up, I want Petr Yan to win that fight if I'm the UFC.
but yeah, but like, what I'm saying is, I think him learning to fight 3-rounders better would suit
Yeah, I
would
see what you
help
mean.
him so much. You know what I mean? So I think like, you know, what I mean, I think it can help him like as his career goes on. You know?
That leads me to the conversation of, because this is like really fascinates me here, and I've been thinking about it, but I can't seem to fucking put the nail on the head. Like, what does he do? What does Petr Yan do? Like technically output, like what does he do to get better? Because I feel like his skills are there. I mean, I just need to say this. The amount of times he took O'Malley down a bunch of times in the 4th round with Sterling in their rematch, he had about 3 minutes and 50 seconds of control time on top of Sterling. He's a great grappler. He's a good striker. Is it like just as simple as just doing more? I mean, like, what does he do? Because I feel like maybe it is that simple, just doing more.
Yeah, I think it's doing more in the first round. I think it's the first round. You know, I think starting a little bit quicker is all he needs to do because he does have the talent. He does have the skill. Yeah, I think he's just starting a little bit quicker. I think that's all he can do. And I think Merab, I mean, there's nothing he could have done. I think Merab is just too good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think to beat the other guys, I think he just needs to start a little bit quicker, you know, because I think if he made the first round more clear against O'Malley, he would have won the fight. If he made the first round clearer against Aljo, he would have won the second fight. You know what I mean? So I think that's on him. I think he just needs to start a little bit quicker. You know what I mean? Like, download a little bit less data, you know, and just fucking win the first rounds. Like that's what he needs to do. But yeah, he's got that boxer mentality. Someone said, I agree. You know, you can't have that boxer mentality in MMA. There's just not enough time. But yeah, I mean, speaking of 135s, let's move up the card first. You want to start with like moving up the card?
Yeah, we could try that. I think yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's start bottom. I mean,
we got, you want to do let's see, UFC 288 card.
You know, let's start with the bot. Like, I mean, we won't do all those. The Santos versus Munoz. I think Santos. That's Mini Oliveira. You know that guy, the Mini Oliveira.
Yeah,
guy?
he's Oliveira's teammate.
Yeah, I think he wins. But
you know, Ikram Aleskerov was the guy Chimaev knocked out with an uppercut on the regional scene.
Really?
That's the guy Chimaev knocked out cold. with the uppercut.
He's pretty good though. He seems like
He's pretty good, yeah.
13-1.
13-1. The only loss to Hamzat.
That's crazy. This guy is. I mean, that shows how good Hamzat is. Parker Porter, Braxton Smith.
That ain't shit, dude. That
I don't even know who Braxton Smith is, but I'm picking Braxton Smith.
Same, dude. Parker Porter got KO'd at Australia.
Braxton Smith plus 155, free money right there.
I'm rocking with Chaos Williams and Kennedy
Marina Rodriguez. I think is Chaos Williams. Yeah, he'll probably win. And Kennedy Najik, whatever his name is. That's gonna be that's gonna be a good fight. Devin Clark is.
I'm rocking Kennedy. Dude, Devin Clark kind of sucks.
He's tough though. He's tough.
He's tough, but he's not that good.
He's athletic. But yeah, no, I agree.
I'm rocking Drew Dober over Matt Favola.
I think first or second round knockout. Drew Dober. Kron Gracie versus Charles Jourdain. This is an interesting fight because Gracie hasn't fought for 4 years. So we kind of
and he's kind of trash on the feet too.
But we don't know what to expect with him. You know what I mean? So it's kind
I know what to expect. How old is Kron Gracie?
Age 34. Yeah, so he's 34. So yeah, I think Jourdain. I mean, how much could have you improved at that age? You know what I mean? So no, I think Jourdain. I wouldn't be surprised though if Gracie could submit him somehow. Mostar Evloev versus Bryce Mitchell. I think Evloev decision. I think it's gonna be a close fight. But I think ultimately it'll come down to the striking. I think Evloev is better on the feet. Do you agree with that?
I haven't watched Evloev. I haven't seen his fight with Ige back yet, and I just tried to today, but it wasn't for some reason available on Fight Pass. I think I'm gonna go with Evloev, but like I'm not confident.
It's gonna be a close fight.
I don't remember him striking.
I think it's gonna be a very close fight. I think it's gonna be a very close fight. I think it's gonna be back in. I think I don't think the odds should be minus 270 like they are. Like, I think it should be like a minus 150 or something. Like, I think Bryce Mitchell is better than people think, honestly. I really think Bryce Mitchell is a lot better than people want to give him credit to be. You know,
he has a degree in computer science and law. That's pretty interesting. Evloev.
He's an interesting guy. I mean, he's somehow million on Instagram or something, 2 million.
That's probably a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, it's a little weird though. But
these Russian dude, all these Russian guys have like 1 million followers. I don't think it's legit.
It's weird.
But I want Mitchell to win, because like
dude, I do too. Mitchell's fun. He's fun, and I think everyone
he was doing all right against Topuria. I have to say, the only reason Topuria destroyed him is because that's Topuria. I feel like Evloev is not going to finish him like that.
I mean, I think Topuria is a future. I think Topuria is a future champion too. So it's a little bit like. That's like if you lose to Topuria, like big deal. You know what I mean? Like I think Mitchell beats a lot of the top. I think he beats guys in the top 10. Mitchell, like I think he beats a couple guys in the top. Like I think he beats Josh Emmett. I think he would beat Josh Emmett, and I also think that he beats. I think he beats. Who else is in the top 5? I think some of those matchups are good matchups for him. You know what I mean?
Like, I just want to look at the top 10 in featherweight because I
think Mitchell beats a lot of those guys.
Chikadze.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like Mitchell's a good wrestler.
He beats Korean Zombie most likely too.
Dude, 100%. He could maybe beat Ortega, like straight up.
maybe that'd be a good. Honestly, dude,
Yair, bro. What if he takes down Yair? What if he takes down Yair? I think he can maybe beat Yair, which is crazy.
Nah, dude, he ain't beating Yair.
Dude, the wrestling, bro. Yair can't wrestle.
Yeah, but Mitchell's a little small too. I don't know if he'd be able to even find Yair.
Regardless, I just think that people. My point is though, like I think people underrate Mitchell a lot because he just lost to Topuria. Like this guy is just a nightmare,
stylistically.
Oh, dude, terrible matchup for fucking because he's strong as fuck too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hold on, I want to see this featherweight. Like I think Mitchell beats Cater. I think he takes him down, beats him up. Yeah. I think Allen could probably beat him. I think Ortega, he could maybe beat Ortega. Holloway, I think beats him. Yair beats him. Volk.
I think Arnold beats him.
Dude, but you want to know something? We're kind of getting a little off topic, but I think didn't you say that Arnold Allen could beat Topuria?
I think he could, man.
Because, dude, I think you're completely wrong on that.
I rewatched the Topuria fight. He's not as fast as Arnold. He's not that fast.
Dude, but he's got a bit more output, bro. And he hits harder.
That's
got a
true.
higher output. Dude, he knocks people cold.
But I guarantee you Arnold Allen could hit him and fuck him up too.
Dude,
Arnold Allen's fast as
will
hell,
throw
bro.
20 punches a fucking round. Like Tapir will throw 20 punches in a combo.
It
Like, you know
depends
what I
on
mean?
how tough he is. He did get knocked down by Jai Herbert.
But that was a head kick, bro. Like that
yeah,
was
I
like
know, but like Arnold
that
Allen
was
can hit
like
him with something crazy, bro. I would go with Arnold.
Arnold Allen's
like,
not hitting him with a crazy head kick. Come on.
Allen's tough,
No,
bro, and
he's
he's
not.
fast. He's faster than him. I know that.
Dude,
He's
but
faster.
I don't even know about that. And he also
Tapiria, Tapiria's
dude,
tough. He's a bully.
You're on the
when he
rating
fights
Tapiria,
people,
I think.
No, I like Tapiria. I think he's good.
Bryce Mitchell. Dude, he killed Bryce Mitchell.
I think Allen would do the same.
No,
I honestly do think Allen would do the same.
Dude, Allen throws 20 punches a round. Like it's like
But here's the thing, dude. When he went first on Holloway, there was nothing Holloway could do.
But also Holloway, I think
that's the difference. Like if Arnold Allen is not punching Holloway, anyone else taking those shots is not dealing with them well.
But dude, I also think that Holloway kind of had a little bit different approach this fight. Also, I think Holloway's kind of a striker who kind of like stands straight, like he does straight lines with his strikes, like unlike Volkanovski, who kind of like has a bunch of angles and stuff. I think Arnold, I think Tapiria has some angles too, and I think he fucks up Allen.
I just think the reason why I'd go with Allen is because Tapiria is he's a little small, man. Like, and I'm not saying
Tapiria beats everybody besides Volkanovski. Honestly, and maybe I think everybody.
Like Holloway would do the same thing he did to Allen to Tapiria.
Dude, no, I forgot about Holloway. Dude, yeah, maybe Holloway too. I think Holloway can maybe beat, but I think Tapiria beats all the other guys. Like, I think he beats Yair. I think he wrestles Yair. I think he.
Hold on, this guy said someone needs to kick Max's legs. People have done it. Yair's done it. Volk has done it.
He's just so tough, Max. It's kind of hard to really like.
You have to have high output. You can't like
to beat
low
Max.
Output, there's nothing you can do.
There's so much to beat Max. Like, it's actually crazy, like how Volkanovski's beaten Max 3 times.
Yeah,
like,
I know, dude.
To really think about it,
it's just that good, bro.
Dude, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Because Max Holloway is so fucking good, and he's so hard to figure out.
Yeah,
like, not figure out. Like, you could figure him out, but it's so hard to actually be successful with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
it's hard to beat him
high output, you know?
Dude, you got to be like a certain level of guy, and like it's crazy. Like Poirier and fucking Volk, like, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like,
and Poirier didn't dominate him either. Volk dominated him, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy.
But I still think Yair is a tougher matchup for Volk.
Oh yeah, because I just think stylistically,
I
mean, I think stylistically, it's a good match. Max is a good matchup for Volk, too. Though, you know what I mean? Like, I think for Volk, but again, Max is not usually not really a good matchup for anybody. But still, like, you know, but yeah, I mean, I still think it showed how good Volkanovski really is. But anyways, we're not talking about Volk. But Yair Rodriguez figured out Max out, kind of. But like, I think Yair doesn't have good enough has really bad takedown defense. You know, I think that kind of cost them. And I think if they fought again, I think maybe Yair could win. But
I think if it's a striking battle, I give it to Yair.
You really got to be a certain kind of guy to beat Max Holloway, though. That's all I'm trying to say. Do you guys think Sean does anything to Max who moves up? No. I think Max just fucks him up completely.
Dude, I think Sean's good, but like
Max is just different. Max is an all-time great. Max is an all-time great. That, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's levels to this. You know what I mean? I think we'll talk about it later on in this card, but I think these all-time greats are better than the great fighters right now. So that's all. And I think Max Holloway is an all-time great, as Volkanovski is too. You know, but anyways, let's keep going up the card. Where were we at? We were at Bryce Mitchell, Evloev. So you're picking Evloev decision?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Evloev by decision.
Evloev, I got it. I think
you know what? Honestly, I have to see Evloev's takedown defense. Let me just look that up because that's really going to solidify what I think.
Dude, but I think it's going to be a very close fight. I think you could see some good scrambles maybe. But I think it's going to be a very close fight, honestly.
His takedown defense is 70. Dude, I don't know, man. Maybe
so you think
Mitchell? Maybe Mitchell, bro.
Dude, I think Evloev close decision. That's my prediction. But I would not be surprised if Mitchell won.
Honestly, bro, I could see Mitchell just, you know,
It's gonna be a close fight though, regardless. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be a close, but I'm not confident in my pick. I feel like I might want to lean towards Mitchell.
You want to take Mitchell?
Nah. I'm gonna take Evloev.
I think
it's more of a safe bet.
Dude,
Yeah.
but Evloev and Mitchell, bro, those guys are good.
Yeah,
The
they're
thing about the
both good.
featherweight, like these guys, there's like these
The new
killers who
featherweights are
like,
very good.
the new featherweights are good. Like once
The
like guys like
Ortegas the
once
Ortegas, they're frauds.
the Emmett,
Yeah, these are all frauds.
Korean Zombie. Once those guys get out of the top of the division, like, dude, like there's some killers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there are.
But anyways,
And
Andrade.
Oh yeah, what's
Andrade
Zhao versus Andrade?
Andrade.
I'm gonna go with Zhao Nan.
I think. Beat Andrade.
Yeah.
Why?
She's very well rounded, and I think that's what gives Andrade issues. It's just the well-rounded approach, really.
She can't grapple. Yeah. Really? I mean, I honestly, I surprisingly think this is gonna be a good fight. I think it's gonna be a pretty good fight.
Yeah.
I think Andrade's decision, but dude, it can go either way. I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about this fight, but I think Andrade is gonna win by decision. Maybe
Andrade is good, man, but I don't trust.
She's a great striker. She's a great striker.
In her ability to keep it on the feet, and she's a little small for the weight class because she moved up.
No, dude, this is strawweight. This isn't.
Wait, she's cutting down.
Yeah, she's doing strawweight this time. But she does both, so that's why I'm saying I don't think the grappling will be as much of a factor in strawweight as it is in flyweight.
How old is Andrade?
She's a lot of losses on her record, 31. So she's
only 31, huh? Oh,
okay. The other girl is 33.
Wait. Oh yeah, she's 31. Interesting. The other one's maybe Andrade.
I think Andrade will be able to keep it on the feet.
But wait, what are the height? That's important for this matchup.
Height.
Let's see.
5'1" and 5'5". So Andrade is very small.
Yeah, I mean she's always. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even have. I'm gonna go with Zhao Nan. I'm gonna go with Zhen Yan, whatever her name is.
I think Andrade, close decision. Gilbert Burns, Belal Muhammad.
Easy pick.
I think Burns fucking knockout first 3 rounds.
I think Burns KOs him. Muhammad, dude, he's such a sloppy mess on the feet.
Dude, he's a weird fighter because I think like some guys he can give really bad matchups to. Yeah. But I think a guy like Gilbert Burns, even Colby Covington, I mean, not Colby as much, but more Burns, I think, or even Usman, like those guys are terrible matchups for Belal. Because Belal just has such slow hands. You know, I mean, his entries are so slow. He mostly gets most of his takedowns by just being strong. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of just how it is. And I don't see it really doing anything to Burns. Like I think Burns is great takedown defense, first of all. I think when you get Burns down, it could be a mistake anyway, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, listen, one thing that Belal is good at is keeping a fight on the feet, but like it doesn't matter with Burns because you can't keep
Burns will knock you out. Burns hits fucking hard as shit. There's something about the way Burns hits people, and like it's crazy because he's
just a beast. Fighter. He's just really explosive,
hits hard. I don't know why people don't really talk about it enough. Like, you know, I mean, I feel like people underrate Burns' power. I think Burns fucking hits hard. Like I don't
underrate striking, man. All the time.
I hear
so many people saying Gilbert Burns is like kind of sloppy, but I'm like,
it is.
They always say he got dropped by a jab, and that's why he sucks on the feet.
No, dude. I mean, he does have a little sloppy striking sometimes, but I think he hits very hard. You know what I mean? And I mean, dude, the guys he got dropped by a jab from are Usman and Chimaev. Belal Muhammad is not Usman or fucking Chimaev. And I think Gilbert Burns is better than he was back then. Like, I know Burns like 35, but like he's still improving, you know what I mean? And I think with Belal, I mean, he was doing Ramadan. You know, I don't think he was in peak condition when he got the call. Burns, I mean, there's a reason why he's fighting again. You know what I mean? Like, he's obviously doesn't have much injuries and obviously feels good. You know what I mean? Like, I think we're kind of getting a Belal who's just coming off the couch. That's kind of how I see it. But I think regardless, I think he'd win regardless, though. I just think stylistically, it's a terrible matchup for Belal. Like, terrible. Like, I mean, they're going to be striking on the feet, and Belal is too slow. He doesn't hit hard enough. I think he kind of hits a little hard, but, like, he doesn't hit it hard enough. for a Burns to really hurt a Burns. I think Burns is too quick, like hits too hard. I think he'll knock him out within the first 3 rounds. You know what? I think he stuns him in the first round though. Like I think he knocks him down at some point in the first 2 rounds though. Like I don't know if he finishes him right then and there, but I think he does not. I'm gonna predict that he finishes him within the first 3 rounds, but I predict that he does knock Belal down another time before that though. Because I think he surprised Belal with his power. But I think this is a mismatch, straight up. Like, I think this is a complete mismatch. I think this is a terrible match for Belal. I think Colby Covington would have been a better match for Belal. You know, I think
that Burns is going to finish him too. It's like, what does Belal have to gain respect? Like, he's not going to have any success on the ground.
He's not going to be quick enough. He's not going to be quick enough on the feet either.
And he can't just win this fight by like Merab. Like people
he's not quick enough.
Like that doesn't exist.
He's not explosive.
But no, he's not. And also, like on the feet, he's gonna try to strike with Burns, and every time he opens up, he'll get hit back. He'll get countered, and that he's just gonna like not deal with it well. Burns is a guy that's fast too, that can track you down, and I just feel like I don't see how Belal wins this unless he like survives and Burns just completely gasses himself out, which is so unlikely.
I don't know how he wins. I don't know how Belal wins.
He's not going to win, dude. I'm happy it's 5 rounds, but
dude, that helps.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Burns by 3rd round KO.
I think.
Or
Burns,
you know what? Screw it. 2nd round KO.
I think Burns sometime within the first 3 rounds. I don't know the exact round, but I think what I want to predict though is I want to predict that he drops him before he finishes him though.
Oh my God, this guy says, imagine if Belal takes Burns down, we'll make Chimaev look horrible. Dude, Chimaev took Burns down. What's your point?
Chimaev took Burns down. He was 2 for 2 on takedown defense with Burns.
Yeah, he took him down. What's it like?
But anyways, no, it doesn't make Chimaev look bad. Dude, styles make fights. You can't really it's not really how it works.
Dude, every time someone names Hamzat Chimaev, I instantly just feel like I get annoyed because he's just so inactive.
I get sad, you know.
Yeah. But let's go to the main event though. Like,
I think
Aljamain and Henry Cejudo. You're picking Henry. I'm picking Aljamain.
I'm picking Henry. Yeah, first 3 rounds, finish. That's what I'm picking.
I'm rocking with Aljamain by decision.
Dude, I feel like you could be making the same mistake as Gane. Like I kind of get that.
But the thing is, dude, Gane is like he has a hole in his game. Like Aljamain is fine striking. He is not like out of place striking with Cejudo.
Yeah, but I think when a lot of people fight Aljo, the reason he has success in the feet is because they're worried about the takedowns. I don't think Henry needs to be as concerned with the takedowns because he's great at takedown defense.
You know who didn't need to worry about takedowns? Jan.
Yeah. I mean,
against Merab. There's no danger on the ground with Merab.
But dude, Aljo doesn't have the pace that Merab has.
But he will shoot 20. He'll shoot 22.
Yeah, but dude, his entries are a lot different too. Like, you know, I mean, I think Cejudo can catch him with a knee with one of those entries. I think he's a little bit, dude. Yeah, I think Cejudo, bro. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I think Aljo's way of winning. I mean, dude, I don't think a decision.
You don't think he could take the back?
I think if Aljo's gonna win, I think he's gonna submit Cejudo.
But I think he could win by just hanging out on the back. Just
I don't know
taking rounds like that.
I think it could take him a few rounds to find the back. So I think
I think that leading up to that, Aljamain's striking is at least good enough for him to outpoint Cejudo. Yeah, he's not a better striker, but because of his output and range, like the same way he outstruck a guy like Jan or anyone he's ever outstruck, it's just he's hard to hit and he's able to chuck things out there and he lands whenever he wants because he's long and he's fast.
Dude, but I think Henry's faster though. And I think Henry
36 though.
Dude, I know.
He would be the oldest bantamweight champion ever.
Damn, that is.
And Figueiredo's old, right? Figueiredo was 34 when he last beat Moreno. He's 35 now. And he's still younger than Henry.
But I also think it's like the John Jones thing too, bro. I mean, John Jones.
But Jones is Jones, dude. Jones is such
Henry
a
Cejudo's
different
a fucking crazy athlete too. Like I think
Jones is 6'4" with the longest reach in UFC history. He could do it all.
But dude, that's not what made him win against Gane though. You know, I mean, that's not what won him the fight against. Dude, like I said
Cejudo
before,
Cejudo has none of those submissions on his record.
yeah, but dude, I don't think it's about that. I just think that Cejudo is another all-time great, and I think there's a big difference. I think there's a difference between these all-time greats and these like great fighters right now. You know what I mean?
Cejudo is, the more I think about
He's
his
an all-time
legacy, the
great.
more I think that he's a little bit. His legacy in itself is a little bit suspicious.
How is it
That win over Dominic Cruz? Okay, I just need to say this: Dominic Cruz, great fighter, but as far as danger, he is not dangerous at all. Like Henry Cejudo could walk down Dominic Cruz and never have to worry about anything.
Aljo's not dangerous on the feet,
but Aljamain is dangerous on the ground, and he's better than Dominic Cruz on the feet.
I don't think he's better than
so dangerous on the ground. That's the difference. Aljamain is a dangerous fighter. He's a finisher, and Dominic isn't. And also Moraes is a known gasser, dude. Moraes, every single time he fights, he gasses.
He's dangerous though. Like
I guarantee you, if he rematched Aljo doesn't get KO'd in the first round, he completely dominates Moraes.
But so what about Aljo's legacy though? But
here's the thing: Aljo beat Petr Yan. That's a legit win.
But
he submitted Corey Sandhagen in the first round.
Yep, that's one.
That's almost
great
like
win.
more impressive than any of Cejudo's wins.
That's one great win.
Like, and he outstruck Pedro Munoz. Like, what did O'Malley do to Munoz?
What would Cejudo do to Pedro Munoz? Just
Cejudo would fucking, that would be a tough fight for old man Cejudo. Yes, it would.
Cejudo beat Demetrius Johnson.
Cejudo would punch him to a decision.
Cejudo beat Demetrius Johnson, TJ Dillashaw,
but it wasn't a good win. But okay, fine. It was the only reason why Cejudo's Demetrius Johnson thing is impressive is because Demetrius Johnson, I get it.
He was in his prime,
but he arguably didn't even win. He lost the first round, he lost the third, and probably lost the fourth. So he only won the 2 rounds,
bro. Like he still won the fight by the judges' scorecard against Demetrius.
But the way he won was by taking what's his name down, Demetrius down in the second round, and then I don't know what other round they gave him, but he won the fifth for sure. The second round was a little bit of control time. I don't know. Like, all I have to say is this: Henry's claim to fame is from beating Demetrius Johnson. But the reason why I think it's pathetic is because, like, that wasn't even a convincing win. Some people still think it was a robbery. And therefore, like, John Jones, he beat Daniel Cormier the first time more convincingly than Cejudo beat Demetrius. And John Jones has, like, finished Gustafsson in the second time, beat him the first time, finished DC the second time. Like, Jones has fucking finished a lot of people. Cejudo's only finished Marlon the Gasser and
Cejudo's last 4 fights were all finishes.
Yeah, but TJ doesn't count, dude.
Why not? TJ with one arm doesn't count then.
No, of course. I agree. I didn't even mention that in my prediction video. I think that the TJ with one arm fight is a complete joke.
So, but also you got to remember with the Yan fight, Yan didn't have his whole corner. So his whole game plan, the whole fucking.
But still, dude, there was nothing that led me to believe that Jan's corner would have made a difference, because at the end of the day, the reason why he lost the second and the third round, because the first round you can't really do anything about it. Jan's a slow starter. The reason he lost those rounds is because he made a mistake and he got the body lock. Like, there's nothing you can do to get Aljo off of you once he gets the body lock.
Maybe his corner, dude. Maybe his corner could have.
And Yan won the last 2 rounds, which was good, but that's still a good win for Aljamain. It's a legit win. We can't deny that. And Aljamain submitted Corey. People just forget that Corey is such a beast.
And also, a lot of people after the Yan Aljo fight also thought Yan won. A lot of people thought Yan won also.
Yeah, but he didn't win, dude. He lost the first round. It was pretty clear he didn't win that fight.
Dude, a lot of people thought he won, though. It's like...
Yeah, but that's because of the optics. There's no way he won that fight.
4 straight finishes for Cejudo. Cejudo got better as his career went on. And I think being around...
It's only 3 straight finishes because he didn't finish Demetrius.
Oh, sorry. Wait, yeah.
Yeah. But think about it. TJ Dillashaw was a skeleton. And yes,
he was still on EPOs.
Yeah, that's true. But nonetheless, I think that Henry. Here's the difference, though. What makes you think that Henry is going to be showing up this Saturday?
This is what I would say about it. So first thing, the Demetrius Johnson thing. Oh no, sorry, the TJ Dillashaw thing is like it's the same argument with the Sergey Pavlovich and fucking Tai Tuivasa. he did what he should have done to that guy, to Tuivasa. So Henry Cejudo did what he needed to do to that TJ Dillashaw, and did it like it was it was impressive. That's like, you know what I mean? Like it's the same. But I mean, obviously TJ Dillashaw.
But the thing is, I can only take so much away from that. And the other than the TJ fight, this man's most impressive wins at bantamweight are over Dominic Cruz, who've got like, I'm just gonna be honest, man. Dominic Cruz was great way back in the day, for sure. But since like the one thing that made him good was his youth, his movement, all this stuff. He's not dangerous at all. Like, I cannot look at a Dominic Cruz win and be like, he's going to beat Aljamain. Like, Cruz is not that good on, I'm sorry, he's not dangerous. And I can't even respect a win that much over a guy that has pillow hands, dude. Even Dominic Cruz, I'm convinced, and I'm going to say this. Yes, he could probably submit me without a doubt. But like on the feet, I guarantee you there's no way he finishes me on the feet. and like he's my height, like he's 5'8", he's my height, he is fast. I don't care if he beats me, he would not finish me. I would literally not be afraid to walk through Dominic Cruz's punches and to give mine back. Whereas I can't say the same about any of these other guys.
I mean, Aljamain Sterling has never knocked down someone in his career.
I'm not. I think if I tried to strike with Aljo and tried to fuck him up, if we were to kickbox, I guarantee you Aljamain Sterling would mess me up. If he was
Aljo's never knocked someone down in his career or out.
But he, you know, I mean, like, I guarantee you, but that's because he's fighting UFC fighters. Against me, probably would.
Yeah, I mean,
I just definitely fucked me up on the feet. And I'm not saying that Dominic Cruz couldn't beat me up on the ground for sure, but on the feet, I there's nothing that Dominic Cruz would do that would scare me. I could walk him down. Yes, I would lose. I would get outpointed, but I would march Dominic Cruz down, have no respect for his power, and just, you know, every once in a while land a big shot on him and say, "What's up?" I really do.
I also think that, but I mean, we saw what
Marlon Moraes is a good win, but the thing is, Marlon,
like, how did
Henry brawled to win that dude? He's not out here like
you got Marlon
in the Matrix. He's getting hit all the time in that fight. And Marlon's a beast. He's tough, but like Aljamain doesn't need to get it. Doesn't need to make it a war. Aljamain could just.
Aljamain got knocked out by Marlon Moraes.
No, but like the thing is, Marlon's dangerous. I really don't think that Henry Cejudo on the feet. I feel like he's a tougher matchup for people around his height. And the difference between him and Volk is Volk has a 71, 72-inch reach. Volk has very long arms for his height. Cejudo has like a very short reach, even though he's short. And I feel like he has to get in on the inside, whereas Volk doesn't. And I think it's going to be so hard for him to get in on the inside of Aljamain. I really do. I think Aljamain, and the thing is, if he does get in on the inside, Aljamain's mentioned his game plan. He's going to try to grab the body and get a hold of him. And I think that's a nightmare for Cejudo.
I think the thing about Aljo that's going to be tough for Cejudo is I think with his striking, he doesn't really give much patterns or anything. So I think that could be a little bit like hard and confusing for Cejudo. But I think he could do enough on the feet to like, you know, to like outpoint him. And I think and maybe find a finish. And also I think he could stuff the takedowns, you know, like I think Cejudo with these Olympic wrestlers, they may not have as much success with like taking people down and stuff like that because it's a little bit different. But in terms of their takedown defense, you look at all these like Olympic wrestlers, they've got amazing takedown defense. So I don't think he's going to be getting taken down by Aljo a lot, if not at all. You know what I mean? Like Cejudo was a gold medalist. Like he's elite. He's the top of the top. And I think the thing you said about how do we know we're going to get the old Cejudo? I don't even think it's about that. I think Cejudo, the 3 years off, he's learned so much more knowledge, working with some great fighters. And I think he must have like a really good game plan. I think like, and I think he'll know how to like execute it. And I think with every fight he gets better and better. So he doesn't even need to be as fast in my opinion. I think he's smart enough to like still win the fight, even if he's not at the same.
You know, I feel like Cejudo, first of all, like although I agreed that his takedown defense is going to be solid, I still think that because Aljamain doesn't even need to like necessarily take him down, I still know it's dangerous because Aljamain gets a hold of him and sinks in a body lock. He could do it on the feet. And then like, I don't know what Cejudo does about that, but here's the thing. He could definitely get Aljamain off of him. I think about the mixing it up thing. Like no one really shoots on Henry, and I get it. It's intimidating to shoot on an Olympic gold medalist because it's like, what's the point? But I think that Aljamain Sterling is going to know that it doesn't matter if I fail 20 times. One takedown gets me an entire
What if he
round.
gets knocked out? What if he gets knocked out before that 20th takedown?
That could definitely happen. I mean, that's definitely a possibility. I could completely see Henry Cejudo knocking him out.
Henry can catch him with knees, head kicks, like all this stuff. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think Henry's.
I also think that, you know, if it goes to the later rounds, that's also where it's dangerous for Aljamain because, like, I make fun of Cejudo because, you know, the way he beat Marlon was brawling. But, like, at the end of the day, if he tries to brawl with Aljo in the later rounds and Aljo's tired and he's already stuffed a bunch of takedowns and he has confidence there, he could definitely go out there and like just break Aljo.
I also think it's grit. I don't think Aljo's got the grit that Henry has.
No, he doesn't. He definitely doesn't.
I think that's and I'm not saying Aljo doesn't have grit because I do think he's got some grit. I think he's got grit, but I think Henry's got some of them. He's one of the toughest fighters in UFC history, straight up. Like I think he's just crazy tough. Kind of like Calvin Gastelum a little bit, you know. But
also though, Henry is like, even though he all the time off, he's probably healed his injuries. You know, he's probably had an amazing ability to game plan. But like at the end of the day, a 36-year-old bantamweight might just be like, you know, I feel like bantamweight, you have to be fast.
But how old is Aljo? 34.
Aljo's 33.
33, 34.
He's 33.
He's had injuries. It's gonna be a tough weight cut. Like
I'm sure. No, but I understand that. But the thing is, Henry's probably gonna have a tough weight cut. You know, he had a tough weight cut at 125.
But this is 135.
True, but like, you know, Henry's been out. You know, the guy is not. I just have this. I just feel like there's no way Henry Cejudo is going to be quicker or in better shape than he was when he fought Dominic.
I don't think that's what matters. I think he's smart enough and tough enough to win this fight. You know what I mean? And also the thing but
I feel like this is yeah.
If Aljo had better stamina and better cardio and did better in these later rounds, I would say like maybe Aljo could win. But I think these early rounds, I think Henry's going to win these early rounds. I think Henry's going to win the first round because I don't think Aljo's going to get him down or latch onto him in the first round. So I think that really hurt. Like I think the second or third round is one of the rounds that Aljo's going to have to get a finish. If he doesn't get a finish there, I think he's fucked, honestly. And I can't bet on that. You know, I mean, it gets an Olympic gold medalist.
The thing is, though, again, like Olympic gold medalist is true, but it's like
Aljo is 2 rounds
to take him down, though.
Yes, but Aljo is 2 rounds to beat him. 2 rounds, the second and third round.
I don't agree with that.
The first round, he's not going to take Henry down. I don't think. Yeah,
I agree. But
he's
like,
not gonna latch
what makes you confident that Henry is gonna be able to land enough on Aljo? How is he going to get around Aljamain? You know, Aljamain is going to be all over the octagon, kicking like on his bike, just kicking at a high pace. I feel like Henry's going to get frustrated and he's going to try to get it back, and Aljo is going to dunk under and take him down.
Dude, I don't think he's going to get frustrated. I think he's going to outpoint him in the first round completely.
I don't know, man. I don't think he can. I feel like he can't outpoint him. He's too stubby.
He's not going to be scared. He's not going to be scared to get hit by Aljo.
It's not about that. It's just the fact. I don't think it's about like the power. I think it's more about like the fact that Aljamain is like, he's just going to be landing where Henry can't land back because of the range.
And you think that if Henry goes closer, he can latch onto submission?
I think that if Henry comes closer, Aljamain is going to move out. I feel like Aljamain is going to be able to keep distance. That's why I think
I don't think he's like. I don't think he's that like good. Like
Aljamain wasn't. It's not like he never got knocked out by Peter.
No, but I don't think. But Peter's different. Peter first of all starts slow.
But Peter was trying to take his head off a couple of times early too, and like.
But he
like Aljo just gets out the way.
Peter was marching forward, but not throwing strikes. So Cejudo's going to march forward and
I guarantee you, Aljamain's going to be flicking a kick in his face,
an
elbow or something.
Dude, I just think that I think that there's 2 rounds. I really think that there's 2 rounds that Henry could
Well,
lose.
okay, let me ask you this. If Aljo takes Henry down or just finds a way to get it to the ground, not necessarily take him down, but like Aljo took Peter's back in the 4th and 5th round of the rematch. And Peter Yan
Aljo not in the 4th or 5th. He didn't take his back in the 4th or 5th.
He took his back on the feet, but he didn't get the body lock, but he took his back on the feet. In the 4th round, Peter Yan shucked him off and landed on top and then finished the round there and dominated Aljo on the ground. The 5th round, he took his back too. Petr Yan shucked him off. So I think he can get on Cejudo on the feet. And my point is, if he gets on Cejudo's back and Cejudo's on the ground with the body lock, like, do you think Aljo has a chance to finish him? What if he takes him down in the first 30 seconds, dude, when they're dry?
Oh, I mean, like, yeah, if he takes him down right away. But I think he's got, how I see it is, I think he's got 2 rounds to do that. I think the first round he's not going to be able to do that. I think the 2nd and 3rd round are his best chances. And I think if he does, I think if he doesn't get in those rounds, I mean, he's going to get outgridded or get knocked out. Like, I mean, I think he can even get knocked out earlier. You know what I mean? Like, I think Henry's so, and you don't think Henry has been working on like getting people off his back and all that stuff, like, for the last, like, since his fight is like started? Like, I know Aljo's amazing at that. I know he may be the best in the UFC in terms of that position. But, like, you don't think Henry's come prepared for that? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I bet he is, but everyone's prepared for it until it happens.
But Henry's an all-time great. That's the difference.
But it doesn't mean that just because Henry's an all-time great doesn't mean he's going to be able to just deal with it, like, so much better than other people. I bet he'll survive. I don't think Aljo finishes him necessarily.
So I think he's going to lose then. Like,
no, I think Henry survives, but I think that
Henry's going to win.
Goes to Aljo, and then
you think Aljo's going to win the first round?
Yes, I think he's going to This is my official prediction. I think he outstrikes Henry the first round. I think he takes him down in the 2nd, and then it's just 3, 4, 5. He just has to win one. I think he could definitely win one of those and survive.
Dude, I think Henry wins the first round, because I don't think Aljo could really, like,
I don't think Henry is this monster though. Like, I don't see it, dude. I don't see it.
Dude, I think you're underrating Henry, honestly.
But, like, what has he done other than the Demetrius Johnson fight?
Dude, he's a double champion. He's a 2-division champion, defended his belt in 2 divisions.
But against who, though? Like, Dominic Cruz?
And who did Aljo defend his belt against?
Petr Yan, dude. That's a good win.
That was when he got the belt.
Yeah, no, really. True. That's how he got the belt. He didn't defend it. He didn't defend it.
We saw Demetrius Johnson go against Dominic Cruz. I know you're saying Dominic Cruz is bad and all that stuff. Another 125er. And he wasn't close as good as Henry.
But this was when Dominic Cruz was actually, like, good.
But dude, like, he did what he should have did to Dominic Cruz. He did what he should have did. That's true. But we can't knock him for that. And, like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's not like Cheeto Vera
beating these guys how you gotta beat them. You know what I mean? He's beating them how you have to beat them. You know what I mean? Like, Demetrius Johnson. Like, I know this fight, that was a close fight, but, like, you're not gonna fuck up Demetrius Johnson. Like, you're not gonna, like, make it, like, look easy. You know what I mean? So, like, it's gonna, like, and that was in his prime, all that stuff. Yeah. And then against Marlon Moraes, it's always going to be a hard fight against him. You know
what? I also just think that at the end of the day, like, the reason why age is a big factor is because for John Jones, for example, like, heavyweights
John can't wrestle
champion in their late 30s, 40s. Jan Blachowicz, Glover Teixeira, DC, Stipe Miocic, like, all these guys are old. It's not out of the question. But Henry Cejudo would be the oldest man ever to be a champion in the lighter weight classes. And I just feel like it's against the odds.
I know, but I think that there's a difference in these all-time greats, though. Like, I think if Demetrius Johnson came back to fucking UFC right now, he'd beat Brandon Moreno.
I don't know about that. Like, I'd actually pick Moreno at this point.
But, like,
Demetrius is good for sure, but, like, I don't know if he's still the same.
I don't even think you need to be this. I just think the knowledge.
He's fighting this Friday too. I'm excited. He could win, but
I don't think he's gonna win. He's not gonna win.
That's the thing. Like, if you think he's not going to win, what makes you think he's beating Moreno?
Because, dude, I think the guy he's going against is very, very good, and I think
he's also in bantamweight now, so
it's a little different.
But I think that Demetrius finished Henry back in the day.
Yeah, but Henry, dude, I also think Henry's such a smart guy. I think he's learns every fight.
You know
what I mean?
Elon Musk is a smart guy. You can't put him in there and watch. I'm just playing. Listen, Henry's smarts definitely play a difference, but at the end of the day, like, what made him beat Marlon Moraes was his will, his like that was it. It was his
But
will
dude,
to
what
win.
if it's 2-2 going into the fifth?
Then I'm probably thinking, Aljo needs to fucking make something happen, or else he's gonna lose. I mean, that'd be a tricky
Dude,
situation.
I can't count on Aljo just to get his back. Like I can't like be like, okay, like
I'm banking on Henry coming in looking soggy, looking slow.
But dude, I mean, that's fair because I think this is a 50-50 fight. Like I think it is. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Okay, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna check Henry's Instagram. I want to see what he's looking like.
Dude, and also I think Henry's coming back for a reason, dude. He's doing well on social media. Like I don't think it's a money thing.
Yeah, no, he looks all right, I guess. He looks all right.
Been training with Demetrius Johnson, like, dude, like, dude, I think he's gonna show that there's levels. Honestly, I think that's what's gonna happen. I think what's gonna happen is I think Aljo's just gonna like be like, damn, like there was nothing I could have done. That's honestly what I think is gonna happen. I could just see Aljo just clapping for Henry when Henry gets the belt put around him and just being like, well, this guy's like amazing. Like, he's three division or whatever champion for a reason, all that stuff. I can see that happening. You know what I mean?
Do you think that Henry is going to talk shit at the press conference, or do you think he's?
I think a little. I think it's gonna be funny. I think it's gonna be very cringy. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be very cringy. Did you see Henry's? I was cracking up about his YouTube short about his girlfriend like guessing like his favorite body part about Henry.
What'd she say? His back?
Yeah, that was so funny. Henry's a funny dude. They're both funny. Aljo's, Henry's got a better personality, but Aljo's funny too. I think
I like Aljo. Like I've been watching his vlogs, and I feel like I want Aljo to win just because I think like, number one, he's an easier fight for Volk, and number two,
Aljo doesn't have as good of a personality though. He just doesn't. I mean, he doesn't have a great personality.
He doesn't. But I also just want. I feel like. I just don't want Henry coming back and like making a statement here. I just don't.
Why?
I don't.
If Henry,
because I'm not. I love when he trash talks. I love him in the game. It's fun, but I don't mind Aljo. Like I feel like I like Aljo's style. I like what he represents. I like the fact that people don't like him. Makes me like him even more.
Dude, but I don't know. I think Aljo's boring, dude. Like I think he's a nice guy. I generally think he's a nice dude. Like I like.
I'd rather if Aljo fought O'Malley, I'd want him to fold him up and beat him. I find myself rooting for Aljo in a lot of these matchups.
But why are you rooting for Aljo?
Because I'm not like I don't like Henry Cejudo. I think
you don't like O'Malley?
Nah, I don't like O'Malley. Not anymore. I don't like O'Malley that much. I like Cejudo's. You know what this I have to say. I like Cejudo, but it's one of those situations where I just want to see him get humbled. That's kind of what it is more. I kind of want to see him get beat more than I dislike him. Like I like him. I do like Henry, and he can win. I think it's a tough fight for Aljo. I would rather Aljo win because I kind of want to see Henry and like I kind of want to see him get humbled a little bit, just because sometimes that has to happen.
If Henry loses, he's going back to retirement.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like if he loses, like I wouldn't mind. I like the idea of the game developing too. Like I don't like these old guys coming out and showing everyone.
So it's like, why you want everybody to be humble?
No, I like. No. Don't get me wrong. I like Henry Cejudo. I don't want him to be humble going into this week. It's not about that. It's not about Cejudo being humble in real life. It's about Cejudo getting beat by Aljo and knowing that like the modern day champions are better. I don't like the fact that I don't like when old guys come back and beat the new guys. I don't like that. I like the game developing. Okay. I want Henry I want Henry's fans to be humbled, to know that the game is getting better and not worse. That's kind of what it is.
That's fair. I mean, but dude, I just think that Aljo's a great fighter, but I think that Henry is just an all-time great, and I think it's gonna show, and I think he's gonna fucking finish him within. I think he's gonna make. You know what I'm gonna say? I'm thinking he's gonna make a light work out of Aljo. Light work. Yeah, I think he's gonna make it look easy.
Oh, dude.
I think he's gonna make it look easy.
Nobody ever makes light work out of Aljo.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
I think he's gonna make it look easy.
I think you're gonna be in for a rude awakening when Aljamain Sterling gets his back and like laughs on his back, and Cejudo's freaking out.
bro. But bro, it's like the same as Gon, dude. Like, I mean, Gon is
I thought
Gon.
Gon was gonna make light work of
But
Jones.
dude, but Gon like never looked fucking horrible against anybody. You know what I mean? Like,
But the thing is, though, like, you know, Gon was a striker, like pretty clear. Here's the thing about Gon: the way we thought Gon was gonna win had to be on the feet. None of us ever
and Aljo, the
would have
way
said
he
that
wins
could
is gonna have
out-grapple
to
him.
take the back.
But I don't think that's. I think he can, but I don't think he has to take the back in order to beat Henry.
I think he does because like
I think he could outstrike him.
I don't think he's outstriking Henry, dude. When was the last time he outstruck someone?
Marab outstruck Jan.
Yeah, but Marab is a ridiculous, crazy piece, and I think Henry's better than Jan. I think he's so much better than Jan.
I don't agree. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like Henry's a little bit. He's a brawler, dude. He's a glorified brawler.
Who's very smart too. Like
yeah,
you know, like, dude, he's a tough guy who can wrestle and who's smart. Like, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough for Aljo. Like, it's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna be tough to take his back, bro. It's gonna be really tough. Remember Volkanovski with fucking like Islam. I think it's a little bit similar with the takedown defense. I think Henry's loaded the ground, and I think he could fucking be hard to really take him down or even take his back. You know, I think I don't know. I think Aljo's gonna get finished in the first 3 rounds. That's my prediction. By like a knockout or I think like a head kick or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he submits. I don't think he would submit him. But I think
I think Aljo, you know, to be honest, the more that I think about it, I think Aljo's gonna run through him.
Really?
I think he's gonna run through him, dude.
But who's ever run through Henry? Like
the big Mighty Mouse, man. Demetrius ran through him.
That was before Henry.
Joseph Benavidez beat him.
Dude, but that was like.
But like you're really talking, his wins were a while ago, bro. Same thing.
Dude, I think, yeah, but I just think there's levels to it, and I don't think like Aljo is that level quite. Like, I think Aljo's a very good fighter. I just don't think he's like that like all-time great level. Just like Volkanovski, just like a Max Holloway. Like I think that like, you know what I mean? Like, I think like John Jones, obviously. You know, I think these all-time greats like are just different, you know what I mean? And they're just special. And I don't think Aljo's special like that. You know, I think he's a very good fighter, but I don't think he's special. And I think Henry Cejudo is special, honestly.
You know, there's something to be said, but at the end of the day, I don't think beating Marlon Moraes and Dominic Cruz and
I mean, he did. Aljo couldn't beat Marlon Moraes.
That's true, but like Aljo, no one's claiming Aljo's an all-time great. That's the difference. Like I feel like Henry's wins. The only win that really makes him an all-time great, in my opinion, is the Demetrius win.
But like, why not?
Don't get me wrong.
Why not Dominic?
Okay, here's what I have to say. I think he's an all-time great on paper, but the only win that makes Henry Cejudo seem like a special guy, in my opinion, is the Demetrius win. That's it.
Why not? He finished.
But TJ was like, you know. TJ, I don't even think TJ's that great all time. Like, I really don't.
He finished Dominic Cruz too.
Yeah, but everyone kind of finishes Cruz at this point.
I mean, at this point, that was 3 years ago. Like, I know he's still not like when he was a champion, but still, like, you know, I mean, it was
like we talk about other all-time greats. We're thinking other guys like Jones, GSP. Like,
I mean, double champ, bro. We think double. So Connor is not that great because like he. Like, you know, like,
no, Connor's special for sure.
But like because he beat Eddie.
I think Cejudo's better than Connor all time, but like I don't think he's special enough to the point to where I'm just gonna be like, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna pick him. Like I feel like Jones proved to me that I'm always gonna pick Jones at this point. But Cejudo hasn't proved that yet. So I feel like I have to just
I think he's gonna prove that at this point.
I don't know, man. I think Aljo might just you know shut the party down.
Bro, I don't know. I mean, the weight cut could also be really bad for Aljo.
It's never been that bad though. I mean, Aljo always gets through the weight cut. We've never seen photos of him like Charles.
As you get older, it gets tougher though.
Same with Henry.
He's had a lot of injuries. Aljo's had a lot of injuries. Also,
Charles used to be a bantamweight, and Charles used to be a featherweight. Now he's moved up. The weight cut's hard in this new division. What makes you think Henry's not going to have a hard weight cut? He's 36.
But Henry, yeah, that is true. But still,
and he came in lean.
Henry's short too, bro. Henry's short. Like Henry's
I
very
understand, but like
short.
he looked shredded for Cruz. It's not like he's tiny. He's not
I
like
mean,
he's
he's
just going in
like
the cage fat,
5'4".
overweight.
No, but like I mean, he's small. Like he's a small
Yeah,
guy.
for sure.
The weight cut won't be bad for it. Like the weight cut we know is going to be tough for Aljo.
Yeah.
What if Aljo gets cracked a couple of times?
But we always say that. Like, what if he got cracked by Jan? He has.
But Jan
He
isn't
has a good
Henry
chance.
Cejudo though. I just
But
think
Henry
that Jan,
is not like a big puncher, bro. Henry's not a big puncher. The only guy he's ever KO'd impressively is TJ, and TJ was a dead man.
And also Dominic Cruz.
But Cruz is like, that's
Cruz
pillow
is great.
hands Cruz.
Cruz is an all-time great.
But Cruz is a pillow chin, pillow fisted
motherfucker. Doesn't have a bad chin.
Dude, Cruz is the pipsqueak, bro.
I don't know. I mean,
dude, I'm telling you, man, Cejudo is not like that big of a puncher.
He still hits hard.
Yeah, but it's not he's not as hard of a hitter as Jan. I guarantee you that.
He's more like he's Henry, like he hits harder than Aljo.
Yeah, he does. I bet.
You know
I bet
he does. He's gonna have the power advantage. Like that's.
But I just feel like I feel like we're just gonna disagree. We're gonna disagree on this forever.
Yeah. All right. Yeah,
but I honestly think Cejudo can get it done too. It's like the reason I ultimately am picking Aljo is because of the striking. I think that Aljo's. It comes down to the striking. I feel like if I think that Aljo is a bum with the striking, I'm picking Cejudo. But I feel like he's better than. He's not great with his. Like he's not a mastermind at all. He's not at all like that amazing when it comes to his like planning and setting things up, but at least like he's built for being able to strike.
Yeah, well, I wanted to talk about a couple more things. I don't know if we talked about this, but there's some fights that are booked in the next coming months that I feel like we haven't really talked much about. Kaikar France is a headliner for something. I don't know if you saw that.
Versus who?
Amir Albazi, flyweight main event, June 3rd. I don't know why, but now
garbage
main event. Well, also Vettori versus Cannonier. Vettori opened up as a -170 favorite against Cannonier. You think that's right? I mean, because I feel like Cannonier would probably win the fight. No?
You think Cannonier is going to win?
Yeah.
Nah, dude.
I think
how is he going to win against the
dude, I think he's just going to land the better but I think he's just going to land the better strikes.
I could see it, but Cannonier's 39, man.
But dude, Vettori is so fucking bad, bro.
But Vittori's good enough to beat.
He's tough. Dude, he's tough. Dude, he's
Cannonier's
tough.
not a bum. I get it, but like Vettori has a higher output.
Yeah, no, but dude, but he was
Vittori's got a granite chin.
Who's a better striker? Who's a better striker? Like fucking Roman Dolidze only throws right hands, or fucking.
No, for sure, Cannonier is. But the thing is, Vittori's he's added leg kicks. Like he's leg kicking a lot these days.
I think Cannonier fucks him up, bro. But you're on mute. I don't think he finishes Vettori. I don't think he finishes.
I think Vittori's gonna beat him via being younger and having a granite chin.
Dude, I think
a couple years ago, I would agree, but not now. I think Vettori it's just a difference in age thing now. Like Vittori's coming up and Cannonier is going down. I really think that's how it is.
I don't know. I think Cannonier, but Emmett versus Tapiria. Emmett's -275. That's about right. No, sorry, Tapiria's Tapiria's -275. That seems about right.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Tapiria. I mean, I think both of us are picking Tapiria.
Yeah, I think Tapiria knockout first 3 rounds probably. Emmett could be tougher than Emmett could be tough, but I think Tapiria for sure will get it. Strickland versus Magomedov. I think Strickland's gonna win.
Abus, yeah, I'm gonna go with Strickland.
I think Strickland's gonna. Is that that's not the London card, right?
No, that's a main event.
Who's on the London?
That's an Apex.
Did they announce who's on the Molly McCann's like the only one they booked? Also, UFC 290, we haven't really talked about it yet either. Rob Whittaker, Dricus moved to it. Jalen Turner, Dan Hooker, Robbie Lawler, Nico Price. I'm hoping that they don't put Robbie Lawler, Nico Price in the main card. I'm just really hoping that I could see them doing it.
That's not a main card worthy fight.
I could see them being like, "Oh, it's his retirement fight. Let's put it on." Like, I can see them do it. Fuck retirement fights. Fuck putting them on main cards. We're not doing that. Jalen Turner versus fucking Dan Hooker needs to be on the main card, and
they'll put that on the main.
Mikel Cap versus fucking
Oh, that's
Figgy.
not on it. Figueiredo's not fighting. He pulled out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. So Robbie Lawler's gonna be on the main card.
That's not a good thing, but like, I think 290 is a great card though. I mean,
It is a great card.
the
Jalen Turner versus
only
Dan
really
Hooker.
tough fight to pick there is the main, and I'm still gonna go with Volk.
Yeah, I think Volk too. But you think Marino's gonna beat Pantoja?
Oh yeah, that's actually tough too.
I think Marino.
I
I
would
think
say
Marino's
yes.
gonna, I think he's
he's gonna
evolved.
get him. I think he's gonna beat him.
I think he's evolved enough in the last couple
Yeah.
of years. Yeah. I think Duplessis gonna get killed by Whitaker. But dude, I mean, you never know though. You really never know.
puncher's chance.
Dude, but you also it's also a
if
3-round.
Yoel couldn't do it, I don't think that
It's
Duplessis.
a three round. There's a little bit different though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Whitaker's like he's not like a slow starter though.
No,
you know what I
but
mean?
dude, I think a 3-rounder is harder for any of these great fighters though. Usually,
I mean, Cannonier had 3 rounds in his prime against Whitaker, and he couldn't make it happen.
I don't know. I think Whitaker wins, but I mean, we never know.
Yeah,
No, we never know. Jalen Turner versus Dan Hooker. I think Jalen Turner knocks out Dan Hooker in the first round.
yeah, I'm gonna go with first round KO.
I think Hooker fucks him up, like straight up. I think Hooker.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Turner fucks him up. Hooker's done after that Poirier fight. Turner is so underrated. Like I think Turner is one of the most underrated strikers in the UFC.
Yeah,
At least one of the most underrated, dangerous fighters in the UFC.
for
Like
sure.
Turner is so dangerous. Like he hurts people when he hits them. Like he
Mhm.
hurts whoever he hits.
Yeah, he stings them.
He stings.
He's
them.
got a submission game too.
He's got this weird power to him. You know what I mean? He's got this weird power. So I think Turner's gonna knock him out in the first round, and then Marino Pinto. I think Marino's gotten better enough. I mean, see what other fights have we been? 294. I mean, no, that was it. That's it pretty much. But yeah. Anything else? If you guys have any, we talked about Belal versus Gilbert already. If you guys have any, we'll take a couple like questions for top discussions or quick questions, and we'll head out. But if you have any questions, comment down below for us before we head out. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited for this card. I think it's gonna be really good. I have a different like feeling about this card than the other cards. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it has this big pay-per-view card feel.
It doesn't.
But it's exciting though. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like a UFC like 278 or like one of those bad cards.
Yeah.
That are just like, all right, well, this is a pay-per-view, but like I'm not like I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not like excited for it. Like I'm actually like excited for this fight. You know what I mean? These fights, so yeah. And then also people answered a few questions. How does Oliveira do at 170? I actually think Oliveira does well at 170. What about you?
I think if his chin can get better, I think he would do better for sure.
I think 170. I think his chin would improve. I think his submissions could be dangerous to people. His speed, when people move up, as of late, like we see people do well generally, So I think he can really do well, possibly. Umar versus Song Yadong. I think Song Yadong at this point. What about you?
Yeah, at this point, but Umar, we gotta see
more. We gotta see more of Umar. We gotta get Umar on one of these cards. Like I want to see more. Should Cost move up to 205? What do you think?
No.
I think he's fine where he's at. I mean, I think he is who he is. I don't think moving up with the division like makes him better. I mean, I think it's just the same. Like I think we know who Costa is. And yeah. But give me one second, Lucas. I'll be really.
Yeah, for sure. Habib and Perry. I mean, like, I have to go with Mike Perry. Like, there's no way Habib is gonna beat Mike Perry and bare knuckle. That Perry's built for it. Like we're talking about a big guy in Mike Perry. Like I don't see it. Of course, MMA Habib would destroy Mike Perry, but yeah. Aljo, also Cejudo hasn't made that cut in 3 years. He's for sure getting slept. Facts, his chin is holding him back now. Costa gets knocked the fuck out up there. Yeah, I think Costa would get KO'd by some of these big
but
guys.
I don't understand why people are saying, like, even Chael Sonnen. I don't know why people are like, okay, Costa needs to move to 205. Like, I don't get that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, he's fine.
Like, I don't really understand. Like why is being in 205 gonna be any different? You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna like make
it might be the weight cut, but like that's it.
But dude, I don't think it's like Costa doesn't look like completely drained when he's weight cutting. Like like I know he's had like one instance where he had the problem making weight with Vittori, but like other than that, like he doesn't look drained when he's cutting weights. Like I don't really understand that, like I don't think he's like gonna be faster than these guys. I don't think Costa's like a fast striker,
Yeah.
But I want to talk a little about BKFC. Did you watch that card, by the way? BKFC.
Yeah, I saw the main event, but it was so short. So like the main event wasn't that great entertainment wise, just because it was short. But like, I don't mind BKFC, honestly. The thing is though, I just feel like the fights are too short because like there are too many injuries. So therefore, like they just don't last that long.
Did you see the fight before that though?
Yeah, I saw Eddie and Mendez. It was
a great fight. That was a great fight.
Yeah.
I mean, if they put the fights that we want, like if they put these interesting fights on, like I think it's gonna do well. You know what I mean? I think I'm interested. Like Darren Till versus Mike Perry, I'd be interested in that. Like I'd watch.
Yeah, Mike Perry
sure
and Till would
watch
be
that.
cool, but I think that Till would lose. He's just not cut out for that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Mike Perry is perfect for that. Like he's the new face. Of new face of that. Chael Sonnen takes are fucking awful. And it pisses me off that Colby's getting a title shot straight up.
Yeah.
But anyone else have more questions before we head out? We'll do this a couple more minutes and then we'll head out. But I mean, I don't know. Chael has these guys who he just loves, like Colby, Costa. Who else is Chael like?
I have Diaz, maybe. I mean, who knows?
Dude,
like, I don't even watch his channel anymore.
Yeah, I don't watch it. I can't really watch. His voice gives me a headache. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also Izzy. What did you see? Did you see Izzy's like that podcast?
Yeah, with Drickus, with the Drickus talk.
Bro, this guy is so annoying.
Yeah, I know.
Izzy just makes me like. Izzy makes me like dislike him more and more. The more like I like. I always give Izzy a chance to like gain like start like him again, or like in general, like But he just always does something. I'm just like, oh, this guy sucks. But anyways, what would benefit?
At the end of the day, like I'm never gonna like him. No, it's just how it is.
Exactly. Who would benefit if fighters were not allowed to cut weight? So who would what fighters would benefit?
I guess
maybe like guys like with guys with longer reaches. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like probably guys with a little bit of a longer reach, like Izzy. I don't know. I feel like just like the most skilled guys in general. I really think things would look similar.
But you know what though? I think guys like Khabib and Islam, if they didn't cut weight, they wouldn't do as well though.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean? Like because I think the frame that they have it's like Khabib and Islam are not made for 170. You know what I mean? They're just not made for it. They've got like 70-inch reaches. Like that's not going to cut it at 170. They're not that tall, like, but they're very muscular and thick. You know what I mean? So they're great wrestlers. So I don't think those guys would benefit from that. And maybe not even Chimaev either. I mean, maybe Chimaev would, but I think Leon would do great not cutting weight. I think Usman would do well.
But then Usman, essentially the reason why I say it,
but also Usman is a lot of strength. Yeah. Usman's a lot of strength based. I think Izzy. I think you don't want to know something. The most underrated fighter, in my opinion, in the UFC, or at least, and one of the fighters who like I underratedly like really like is Jan Blachowicz.
Jan's good.
I love Jan. I really like Jan. I think he's so underrated. I think especially like his strike. I don't think his wrestling is great at all, but his striking is one of the most underrated striking in the UFC for sure.
Yeah, but, I think that the reason I say that the weight wouldn't make that big of a difference because like anyone that you mentioned would be in the upper weight class. Like, so I guess the people that would benefit would be heavyweights essentially. Like that they'd be fighting guys like Anthony Smith and like, these maybe heavyweights would benefit. But then again, like
Volk would benefit.
Volk would maybe benefit too. I feel like everyone would just be up a weight class essentially.
I mean, I just think guys who wouldn't be as good at Islam, I think Islam wouldn't be as good moving up.
But then he'd be fighting all the same guys.
That is true. But then there's guys. Yeah, that is true.
Usman. He wouldn't be.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's pretty much just everyone just moves up a division, I guess, right? So the heavyweights, the heavyweights.
Yeah.
But I think another thing is what fighters do you think cut the least amount of weight, and then who cut
Colby,
the most amount of weight? Because I think Colby and Burns. I think those guys cut the least amount of weight.
Oh, Burns is cutting these days. Burns is lean, bro.
Oh yeah, Burns is big.
Burns, he's like in the 190s, you know.
But he doesn't seem shredded when he's weighing in.
He's not that.
He's got a little bit of a double chin, like I don't think he's like.
He's lean, man. You could tell like during his interviews post weigh-in. Yeah, he's lean.
But dude, everyone looks drained in the post weigh-ins because that's water. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. But so, Burns is he's still lean, man. Like he's not at all. I think the guys that are not cutting a lot of weight are like, Colby. Gastelum or some shit like that. Like just.
But I still don't think Burns is like cutting a lot of weight though.
I mean, I don't know, but he seems pretty big, man. Like he's going to be bigger than Belal. Belal's going to be taller.
Belal's going to be bigger, bro.
Belal's going to be taller, but Burns is just as muscular.
But Belal is juiced. I think Belal's more muscular. I think Belal is.
I don't know. Belal didn't look too jacked against what's his name.
Also, Sean Brady. See Luque was booked against? Who is he booked against?
RDA.
Oh, dude, Luque is going to fuck him up. By the way,
I don't think so. I think RDA is going to fuck him up.
Really?
Yeah. I think RDA is going to get that done.
You think by like taking
he mixes it up, just wrestles and out grapples him, and when he's striking, he'll be fine. I feel like the game plan to beat Luque is just mix it up like Belal did.
But I don't know if he's big enough to do that though. You know, I mean,
I think he'll be able to. I don't think Luque is that good, dude.
I don't think he's either, but I think he beats like the basic like I think he beats like RDA is a 155er, like you know what I mean, like.
But RDA's got good wins at 170. You know, I mean, like the guy's done pretty well.
Who did he beat at 170 again?
Damn near beat Colby. Came close. True. Gave Colby a really tough fight. I forget. Like he beat a bunch
somebody
of guys before the Covington fight.
Who did he beat to become number one? Because I remember he beat somebody to become. He was number one in the division at one point.
Yeah.
Wait, what's this? I want to look this up. Rafael dos Anjos. Does anyone know this?
I'm look up. I got his record right here. So when he fought, he beat Robbie Lawler, which was in 2017, which is still a good win. That's a good win. Neil Magny, he submitted Neil Magny in the first round.
That's pretty good.
He lost to Ferguson, lost to Alvarez. So he beat Magny and Lawler, so like Lawler was his good win, but he's only lost to Covington, Usman, Leon, Fiziev, and Chiesa, but like he's not losing to one-dimensional strikers. Fiziev is, Fiziev's different. He lost to Fiziev, but that's a little different.
I think Luque does hit hard though.
He's not Fiziev, bro. He's not.
No, but like I think at 170, I think they're 170. They hit a bit harder though. You know what I mean?
I think Luque's
gonna get fucked.
Quite honestly, I feel like he's very like basic, one-dimensional. Yeah. I picked him to beat Belal, but. I mean, dude, if Belal Muhammad's out there striking with you and doing just fine, I think RDA is going to be good.
That's fair. Dude, these fight nights, bro. Like, didn't Jack Hermanson pull out of a fight night?
Yeah, I'm happy because I'm just happy that the UFC is going to have some pressure on them to make good cards because the summer's looking terrible so far.
Yeah, I mean, because the 291 looks great. I mean, it's just like. That was supposed to be Jones or Stipe, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be as big, And I think 289 fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Or wait, is it 290, right?
289.
Is this 289?
No, this is 288.
290 is the one in this for International Fight Week. 289. I mean, it got a little bit better with Charles.
It's awful, bro.
Still, though, like. Nunez versus
it's literally disgustingly bad, dude. It's Mike Mallet, Dan Ige, like the only good fight on the card. Khalil Roundtree and Chris Daukaus is the second best fight on the card, bro. Like this fight it's disgusting.
Is Chris Daukaus fighting at heavyweight?
No, he's cutting
to light heavyweight.
Yeah.
That's smart. I mean,
but again, Khalil Roundtree is gonna KO him, dude.
Yeah, I would probably pick that.
And the only good fight on that card.
Curtis versus Mavhov's on it.
Yeah, but that's not that great of a fight. I mean, this card sucks so much.
That's a prelim fight. You know, I mean, Nate Landwehr, that's actually gonna be a good fight.
It's a decent scrap, but I feel like just the card in general for
it should
pay-per-view
be
is
better though.
awful.
You know what I mean? Like those are fights that should be on the prelims.
But this is a card that's like just in general. This is like one of the worst pay-per-views of like the last few years.
Yeah, I mean, are you guys still doubting my boy Charles? We love Charles, but we're being real. You know what I mean? Charles is gonna get fucking KO'd for sure. But yeah, no, dude. I mean, I think we're good to go. Anything else you got? Or
I think we covered a lot today, guys.
We covered a lot. It was a good one. You know, like, comment, subscribe, guys. Comment your predictions down below in the comment section. Who you guys have winning and why? Because this, like, even though we're both have our different sides, like you know, like it's a tough one to pick. So we're interested to see what you guys have to say. So until next time.